UK Starmer admits he knew of relationship between Epstein and ex-ambassador Mendelson. Rob, can you show the picture of this guy, Mendelson, that came out that everybody's
Very
like,
flattering.
that is I mean, listen, folks, there's a lot of pictures that can come out. And look, we all have embarrassing pictures. All of us do, right? But this one's pretty bad. Oh, Rob, this is not doing it justice.
The lighting.
Yeah, the lighting on this. But he is he's wearing a shirt and just with his underwear, and that's Mendelson, allegedly. And Keir Starmer knows that he knew of this relationship. By the way, right after this came out, did he resign? I thought he resigned. He stepped down or something, right?
Yeah, he was removed.
He was removed. Okay, Rob, is this it with him talking about it? Go for it.
Can the Prime Minister tell us, did the official security vetting he received mention Mandelson's ongoing relationship with the paedophile Jeffrey Epstein?
So clear. Prime Minister.
Yes, it did. As a result, various questions were put to him. I intend to disclose to this House all of them, the national security, prejudice to international relations on one side. I want to make sure this House sees the full documentation, so it will see for itself the extent to which time and time again Mandelson completely misrepresented the extent of his relationship with Epstein and lied throughout the process, including in response to the due diligence.
Mr. Speaker, I think it is shocking what the Prime Minister has just said. How can he stand up there saying that he knew, but he just asked Peter Mandelson if the security vetting was true or false? This is a man who had been sacked from cabinet twice already for unethical behaviour. That is absolutely shocking. And that is why later today, my party will call on the government to release all documents relating to Mandelson's appointment,
you can
not
pause
just
this.
the ones
I can listen to this accent.
I
all day.
love.
I'm
I
telling
was
you
just.
this.
Have you ever gone? I went.
I've
How
never
is
been in
it?
it.
So this is called. It used to be called Question Hour with the Prime Minister, and now it's called Question Time because it doesn't.
like 4-year-olds.
I've gone to this. They do it with such poise. Like, I remember the questioning, and she's like, just because you're the head of child services doesn't mean you should act like a child, and it's just so well done. Like listen how they're talking about Epstein. It's
You
like,
think he's going to step down?
well, I mean, if you're watching that, I think that went extraordinarily well for him. I mean, I don't know whether he steps down or not. I mean, this looks like they're going to continue to pull that thread.
shit.
I just love that you nailed it. Like, think about it. When we say pedophile, it's like an indictment. They're like pedophile. It almost sounds like pedolite, like it's like a drink. But I think, and you made a great point about these are. We're talking about Keir Starmer, and one of the things that you said about the blackmail. Ehud Barak was on a call calling him, asking him, think about this. And the first thing that Jeffrey Epstein said is, who owes you? Who owes you their life? Who owes you favors? He was almost like a consultant because he probably recorded everybody in those rooms where he had cameras. And that was it's the blackmail and why everybody went there thinking, Adam, I'm a president. I'm a prime minister. I can go to this island. Nobody's ever going to know. They're not recording it. These emails are never going to come to light.
Will he step down?
Be that?
Will he step down?
I think so. I think with this, he's going to have to. Besides the invasion that he let happen in England, this is it for him.
Tom.
I think this is it.
What I think most people in the U.S. don't realize is what the position here and what it meant. So Peter Mandelson was known as a fixer and a spin doctor for Tony Blair. And under Tony Blair, he was known as a prince of darkness because they really thought that he had, that he was the wrong guy to piss off. He was the wrong thing to do. And he petitioned hard for the third most powerful position in British government. You know what that is? Ambassador to the United States. That, they say, is the third most powerful position. Never mind the monarchy, they don't do anything. Somebody dies, they bring a wreath. And Tony Blair, you have your prime minister and the laws of Britain and all that goes with it. But Ambassador to the United States is huge. What also was in the Epstein files was what happened. Mendelson told Epstein about the $500 billion Eurozone bond bailout. And Epstein supposedly, allegedly, traded on that in his accounts with all the foundation accounts. So you've got Starmer's guy was leaking to Epstein. This is global bond markets it's $500 billion. And so you see that happening, and then you see the rest of the pictures and everything, and this was just a bad guy. And I happen to agree with the woman that was challenging Starmer, in that all you did was ask, okay, you're not really into this, are you? Wouldn't you do, Pat, if we hire a director of marketing, we do a background check. We call references, right? You're telling me all you did, okay, give me your word. Give me your word. This Epstein rumor is not there. So Starmer either did incomplete research or was lied to up front, found out later, but then did nothing. And now when the box is open and everybody can look inside, Starmer's coming out. But you have to remember, this is a big deal. He was ambassador to the United States.
If you say he worked directly with Blair on that call with Epstein, okay, when he was talking to Ehud Barak, Tony Blair's name came up, and he said XYZ company pays him $2 million a year. What was the company that was it? A telecommunication company that paid him $2 million a year, Rob? Do you remember that they talked about? He says XYZ pays Tony Blair $2 or $3 million a year for a board seat. So I don't know how deep. If this guy knows anything about Blair's connection with Epstein, if he worked that closely with them, I mean, this can go even deeper now, Tom, than just, with Keir Starmer stepping down. It can go back to Tony Blair, and Tony Blair, wasn't he just assigned on the project on rebuilding of Gaza or something? Wasn't he given a job that had to do with Gaza?
On the Board of Peace, right?
The Board of Peace with Kushner, I believe, and Witkoff, if I'm not mistaken. Adam, where are you at with this?
So with this situation with Keir Starmer?
Yes.
So let's get one thing clear. These lords in British politics mean nothing. Lord, you could do the most scandalous, ridiculous, sensationalist things ever. People who are named lords very rarely lose their title. So we saw Prince Andrew. What happened with him? He was a prince. Lord, what is he called? Lord
Farquhar.
Mandelson? Lord Farquhar, there you go. Jeffrey Archer was Lord Jeffrey Archer. This guy went to jail for perjury, famously did not lose his lordship. So who she is, are you familiar with who she is? She's basically the highest ranking, I want to say, member of the Conservative Party. So it'd be the equivalent of like a black female conservative now running the Republican Party. So imagine if Candace Owens, pre-going off the Richter scale, was the face of the new Republican establishment. So this is, if you know anything about the Tories and conservatives in the UK, this is the party of Churchill. They've done nothing but destroyed UK. That the longest serving power players in UK history, the British people are like, we are so done with you. We're going to elect this absolute socialist weirdo Keir Starmer. And look where they are now with this.
Yeah, she's
so
like
she's
Speaker of the
coming in and
House or
actually
Senate
being like
Majority Leader.
sensible and basically saying, listen, we're not standing for this. She's almost like reinventing the Conservative Party in the UK, and God knows they need it.
By the way, that was like the easiest question and answer. I don't even think she thought it was going to be so easy. Please tell me this wasn't, you didn't know this. And he goes, I knew. She was like, oh.
Oh, wow, that was easy.
We didn't expect that to be so quick.
Well, why do you think he did that, though? Because if they said, by the end of the day today, we're going to be requesting for all communication, she was going to find out that there's communication anyways.
Who's been fired? I mean, he's got to look. It's going to be him if he doesn't fire people who handled this for him, right? I mean, so if he doesn't fire the team that handled this, it's going to be him.
He's also the opposite of Trump. He's not built for these moments, the bright lights, and he's like, I confess. Where Trump would be like, you know me, I would never do something like that. It was this guy over here, what a loser. He's just not built for the bright lights, and he just basically admitted to hiring this guy.
Well, Trump would also go on the offense and would have looked at her and said, I don't like your smile.
That's
Terrible
true.
question.
But in politics, you have to do this. So now they're talking about, what does Kalshi say the odds are that he's going to step down at this point?
Before September 1st. 60%.
So basically flip a coin, if not more. This guy's out over this scandal?
Yes.
He didn't do anything wrong.
But
he wasn't on the island.
He knew.
But he knew.
He knew.
So dominoes are going to fall.
Well, what happened to Penn State coach?
Joe Pa?
Yeah, what happened to him?
Sandusky?
Yeah.
Because he knew about when Sandusky was
knew.
doing? Yeah.
He knew. He knew.
But he was on his way out anyway. He was like
was on
90
his
years
way
old.
out, but I mean,
this guy's in his first term.
I get that.
By the way,
But,
Pat, this
what a
is
shame.
yesterday, and look what happens at 4:40 p.m.
When he answers the question.
Yeah, bingo.
When he
you
answers the
see that
question.
green line?
Yep. If you're watching this and you want to insure yourself, do yourself a favor and go buy the shirt allegedly. Because when you're going through moments like this, never has there been a more important time to walk around making sure everybody knows you lean on the word allegedly, because that's the biggest insurance policy you can have nowadays, as long as you use the word allegedly. So if you want to protect yourself, go to vtmerch.com, get yourself an allegedly shirt or a hat, walk around at work with your family, with your friends, and just say, allegedly, this is what I heard. You will be protected, just like many others do, wearing the allegedly gear. And it is one of the greatest conversation starters. No matter where you're at, people look at you, they smile, and it goes into
I'm
a
curious,
conversation.
in a court of law, in a court of law, Jared, you would know this. If you're wearing that shirt and you're talking just out of your butt and you're saying crazy stuff, in court, you just be like,
Allegedly,
hey,
I heard.
I didn't say it out loud,
Allegedly.
but the shirt is
Yeah.
saying it.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.